Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. I am Hitman Cos. Welcome to your official predictions for both Night of Champions and NXT Great American Bash. And of course, I'm not alone in this endeavor. Please welcome, as always, the humble man, Garrett Gay. Welcome to the Contracts.
Yo, what's good, my man, Cos Payton.
Ain't shit, man. We got two premium live events and one show to cover it on. You ready for this? All right. Now to start things off, we have Jey Uso versus Obafemi in the King of the Ring finals.
Yeah.
Now, before we, give our predictions, I gotta sound off on you Jey Uso haters. Now, I normally don't try to go to bat for wrestlers I like, even though that sounds weird. But the amount of hate that Jey Uso gets is so fucking unwarranted, and it's so ridiculous. Because all you crown eaters, I guarantee, half of y'all crown eaters were eating with Jey Uso. And I guarantee y'all motherfuckers ain't have a problem when he was rising through the ranks during his first run with the Bloodline going against Roman. So why the sudden fucking shift? Unlike myself and Docs here, where we've been down since day one.
That's my back.
And I don't understand this narrative of y'all motherfuckers saying Jey can't wrestle. Well, you fucking crown eaters have to have been blind for the past. No, y'all had to have been blind since 2011. Cause from the moment that he stepped onto the scene with Jimmy till now, he's gone from a decent to a good wrestler, if not a great wrestler. I remember countless times in their rival, in his and Jimmy's rivalry with the New Day, all the bangers they put on. I know you remember the bangers they put on, Docs. Docs.
Yeah.
I know
What
you.
you saying?
I know you remember the bangers that the Usos put on with the New Day.
Hell yeah.
And Jey played his fair share in each one.
Yup.
And let's talk about him as a single star. Sure, yes, he might have had a couple botches here and there, but who doesn't? Not every wrestler is perfect. Hell, no wrestler is perfect. It's just you guys honestly are the equivalent of a toxic girlfriend or a nagging girlfriend, where Jey will do good 90% of the time, but that 10% where he slips up, you guys will amplify as if it's the worst thing in the fucking world.
Word. Yeah.
And this narrative where he can't wrestle, y'all some fucking idiots. In so many of his singles matches, he has done his thug thizzle. His matches with Roman, he held his own and did great. His feud with Gunther, he excelled greatly. And he especially showed that he has technical prowess, considering that he made Gunther tap out from his own submission move. And then if that wasn't sign enough, then his past match with Javon Evans a week or 2 weeks ago, if you remember that match, Talks?
Yeah, I got you. I definitely remember that.
Yeah. That match was an absolute banger from both of them. they they put on a fucking show on SmackDown, and did a thug this on that match. But no, y'all motherfuckers want to be on some bullshit with Jay. Fuck y'all, man. And it's because of that, even though I love Obafemi, I want Jey Uso to win the King of the Ring tournament. Just so I can hear all of y'all bitch piss and moan for no fucking reason. And then when he wins, I want him to run it back and yeet on all y'all assholes, all of y'all. How about you, dogs?
I understand you perfectly, bro. Like, both freaking over. I don't want to win, but I think they're gonna give it to Jay.
Alright. Moving on, we have the Queen of the Ring finals, Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. Now before we sound off on this, I got something I gotta say on this. I've seen several posters of people putting up saying what WWE wants and what we want. Where there was one where somebody wrote what WWE wants, which is Io winning, and then what we want was for Liv winning and winning both titles. And then somebody else changed it up, saying what WWE wants was Liv winning, and then what we want was for Rhea winning. Now, let me give my 2 cents on that. Well, first off, look here. I like Io Sky. She's one of the best women's wrestlers in the world right now, but I don't want her to win. Because honestly, her antics, she's not. Honestly, for me, she's becoming more annoying. She's becoming almost as annoying as Liv Morgan is, and that's saying something. But at the same time, I don't want Liv to win either, just because I've never been a fan of Liv Morgan. But if I had to pick one or two, I would unfortunately have to go for Liv Morgan, just because she's a part of the Judgment Day. And if you guys have followed this channel long enough, you guys know that I've been a fan of Judgment Day since day one. You know that, dogs. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I've said before that even though I don't like Liv Morgan, only reason why I tolerate her is because one, she's in the Judgment Day, and two, she's with Dominic Mysterio. That's literally the only reason why I tolerate her. And I promise you, if she was not a part of the Judgment Day, then I'd be rooting for Io to win. Personally, I didn't want either one of them to fucking make it this far to the finals. I wanted fucking Nia Jax or the Last Legend to make it this far and win it, you know? And I'm gonna be extra selfish and say that I also wanted Jade Cargill to make it this far and win it all. But life ain't fair. And actually, speaking of Jade Cargill, hey Docs, did you hear the news? Yo.
Yeah.
Did you hear the news about Charlotte?
No, what's going on?
I don't know if you saw, but like last week where she was attacked by Jade Cargill and B-Fab and Michin.
Got you. I didn't hear the news until now. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's how Liv qualified, because they attacked her before the match. Then Charlotte still went through with the match, but eventually Liv Morgan still won. Now, here's the thing. The reason why they attacked her, that was a cover-up because Charlotte, because Charlotte tweaked her knee. So now, so Rhea might be out, Charlotte might be out. This is crazy, you know.
Tell me about it. I did read earlier about some of them being out.
Yeah. Now tell me, who do you want to win the Queen of the Ring?
Over.
I said Queen.
Or the Queen of what? The contestants. Who's left in it now? Queen.
Io and Liv.
Honestly speaking.
Okay. Now, moving on, we have Trick Williams defending the U.S. title against Ricky Saints.
Hey, oh, sorry.
Nah.
You already know who the fuck I'm saying this.
Yeah, but before we do, we have to give a big congratulations because if you guys have not seen the news, Trick Williams and Lash Legend got married last week.
Yes, sir.
So congratulations to them.
Congratulations, my boy.
Another great WWE couple tied the knot. You gotta love it.
Yes, sir.
Now on to the match. I'm gonna be straight up. This match is gonna be dope. I expect both of them to do their thing. And as much as I love Ricky Saints, I gotta give it to that man Trick Willie.
Good, my boy Trick Willie. I got him retaining that shit. I got my boy Mr. Wolfpack Trick and that Mr. Lemon Pepper Steppers winning that match and retaining the belt.
But I'll admit, this past SmackDown, Ricky got me a little heated, cause he did some straight up pussy ass shit, yo. Where first he sucker punched Lil Yachty,
right?
And then the second he hit him, he ran away. And then when Trick went to check on him and picked him up, freaking Ricky got back in the ring and shoved Trick down and then ran away again. Like, that's some, come on, like, that's some bitch made shit, man. You gonna sneak both of them like that and fucking run away? And I understand he's a heel, but come on, man. Like, that's some straight up bitch made shit. Now, anyways, moving on, we have Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins in a steel cage.
Right.
Now, of course, this rivalry has been intense and heating up and whatnot and all that good shit because, them being in division together, Braun kicking them out, and Seth has been on a warpath to destroy the division from within, and he's been doing good so far. Where
crazy.
Where, of course, Bronson Reed's been on the shelf because of his injury. Then he got Braun Breaker to spear Paul Heyman through the barricade, so he's been gone ever since then. And most recently, he cost Austin Theory and Braun Breaker the tag titles. Now, in my opinion, what I hope that's gonna do is I hope that is gonna fuel Braun Breaker to beat the crap out of Seth in the steel cage. Because no doubt Seth, is still probably gonna do some more good things in his career. But given how Braun is young and honestly probably gonna be the face of the company eventually. In my opinion, he should win this match. Now, sure, yes, they did win the previous, and sure, Braun did win the previous encounter, but I say Braun needs to win again, especially after Seth cost him the tag titles. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and it's still a toss-up, but you know, I'd like to think that they're gonna have Braun use Seth screwing him over as fuel to win this match. Now, of course, the only question is, you know, how will Braun win? You know. Now, personally, I say he's gonna win via pinfall. And honestly, I have no doubt that Logan Paul is gonna interfere. And honestly, them still having Logan Paul play a role in the Vision while he's injured is honestly genius. Because Logan Paul's a heat magnet, and he's obviously a heat magnet. So, and because of all the crown eaters that was happy that he was injured because he wouldn't be on camera, they're all throwing a fit because he still is on camera. And hey, I say stay mad. All of y'all stay mad because that man Logan Paul is here to stay. And I'm actually surprised that Joe Hendry hasn't been singing that Fire Logan Paul song. But then again, I think he just came back last week, so But hey, he might start singing it again. Then of course, what happened?
That's I see what you mean perfectly.
Now, even though I did a lot of talking, who you got in this match, Braun Breaker or Seth Rollins?
Actually, match is gonna be good. Oh, my boy Braun win.
Who?
The match is gonna be good, but boy Braun win.
Okay. Now,
I want either one, honestly, but I think they're gonna get my boy Seth on it.
Alright. Now, I will say this, because I just thought of it now, that you think Tacky's gonna live up to his name?
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past him, honestly speaking.
Well, for the past few pay-per-views and shows he hasn't, thank God, but, I hope I don't jinx it. Moving on, we have the triple threat match. Cody Rhodes. Well, actually, no. Before we get to that, we have Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the Women's U.S. title. Now, this, personally, I'm going to be straight up. I want Jade Cargill to win. Feel me? Because, I'll be honest, I didn't, as much as I love Rhea Ripley, I did not want Jade Cargill to lose the women's title. And then, for her to lose and lose the rematch, I wasn't down with that at all. So I straight up want Jade to win this.
Perfectly.
Now,
For real, like, yeah.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this: do you think that Me Chin and Beef Ab are going to interfere?
Huge possibility.
And the only reason why I ask that is because they're in Saudi Arabia, and you know how it is where in Saudi Arabia the women got to cover up everything. And I can only imagine that not every woman is cool with having to cover up everything. Wearing those bodies might make them uncomfortable and whatnot. But they have to respect the customs of Saudi Arabia, just like members of them would respect the customs of the U.S.
Exactly. That's right.
But yeah, overall, yeah, we got Jade winning this.
Yeah, Jade winning that too.
Now we have the triple threat match: Cody Rhodes versus Gunther versus Sami Zayn.
Gonna be a good match.
Yeah, go ahead.
But gonna be a good match, but they're gonna let Cody retain. I'd much rather my boy Sammy gets it, or my boy Gunther. My boy Cody don't mind him as champion, but it's time for his reign to end. Honestly speaking, so they're gonna.
I definitely agree.
They're gonna let him retain.
No, I definitely agree. And honestly, as much as I would love for Gunther to win, considering all the times he's been screwed out of the title, I genuinely want to see what it'd be like if Sammy wins.
Right.
But I will say this: the confrontation on this past SmackDown, even though you didn't see it, I gotta spoil it. Cody brought up some good points where he compared Sami Zayn to Kevin Owens. And considering how he isn't cool with either one of them, he basically compared them in a way that honestly made Sammy look like a coward. Where, for one thing, and he was right about this, I can't lie, where he said that unlike him, Kevin Owens would have the balls to stab him in his front rather than stab him in his back.
Right.
Where, as I'll explain, I'll say further, where Sammy will stab Cody in the back and then try to gaslight him into thinking that he didn't mean to do it, when everyone knows that he did.
Right.
Like all the drama that he's been doing with Cody for the past few months or weeks and shit. But nothing but smoke and mirrors. The resentment grew, and every time he attacked Cody, he meant to do it. Every time he snapped on Cody, he meant to do it. He just kept trying to gaslight Cody into thinking that he didn't mean to. You know what I'm saying? Then. And then the biggest blow that Cody said was that unlike Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens has actually won the WWE title. Sure, it was a Universal title, but it still counts. He's still, Kevin Owens has actually won a world title, whereas Sami hasn't. And honestly, with that being said, KO, once again, take as much time as you need to recuperate, and I really hope you come back, brother. We missed you, man. Now we bring up Gunther, where for the past few title matches he has gotten screwed. Where at the pay-per-view, he got pinned even though his foot was underneath the rope. And when it comes to a pinfall, if any part of your body is either on the rope or underneath the rope, the pinfall is supposed to be null and void. But ref didn't see it. Gunther got screwed. So then they had the rematch where Sammy was special guest referee. That's how he got brought into it, and Sammy screwed him over there. We're sure Gunther kept putting his hands on him, but at the same time, Sammy retaliated and gave a fast count. You know? Then, which leads us to here. So, I'd say the ultimate justice would be for Gunther to win, considering how much he's been screwed over. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But what happened?
I see exactly what you mean.
Yeah. But one pay-per-view down, one to go, and now it's time for NXT Great American Bash.
Yup.
Let's see. Now to start things off, we have Dion Lennox versus Saquon Sugars.
Yep.
Now, honestly, I'm sorry, but this match breaks my heart so much. Because if y'all know me, I love Dark State. I think they are a great stable. And I've wanted them to do great things. I wanted them to do a lot more than what they did. And for them to cut out Saquon Sugars, it hurt deeply. It really hurt, man. I did not want this to happen. But, there's no use crying over spilled milk. We can't change the past. We have this match happening right now. Now, Sugars, in my opinion, did the smart thing, which was take out Osiris Griffin and Cutler James, so they can't interfere. But even still, this match is gonna be intense. Very, very emotional, and honestly, it doesn't matter to me who wins, because I still love both of them. But honestly, I think Saquon got this, just because he's even the odds. So it should be in his favor. You know what I'm saying? But what it is. Moving on, we have Bren Sinclair defending the Speed title against Ariana Grace. Now, I have no doubt in my mind that Birthright, especially Stax, is going to interfere. To which, honestly, if they do interfere, you know, there's honestly no doubt that Ariana's gonna win because there's way too many of them for Ren Sinclair to realistically beat the odds. Because including Grace, there's 5 of them and only 1 of her. And I doubt Kendall Gray is gonna try and even the odds, considering that she has a match later on in the show. But honestly, even if they didn't, even if they don't interfere, honestly, I still want Ariana to win because honestly, Birthright, in my opinion, it has slowly but surely been gaining traction, and you know, especially with with Lexus King as the men's speed champion. You know, I think it'll be perfect with Ariana Grace being the women's speed champion. Then it would give them further momentum, and then, you know, it would be the perfect springboard that Stax, Uriah Connors, and Charlie Dempsey need to get some gold around their waists. Then next thing you know, with enough time, all of Birthright will have gold. But you know, it is what it is. And you know, and because even though it's a speed match, because it's a title match, the match is going to be 5 minutes instead of 3 minutes. Either way, it's still going to be fast paced. Moving on, we have Miles Bourne versus Tavian Heights for the NXT North American title, and you know, this one is pretty personal because once again it's the further implosion of the No Quarter Catch crew. Now, even though it really has nothing to do with it, personally, I'm very happy that I'm very happy to see that Tavian Heights finally got his hair braided. Because as much as it was moving around, I really feel that it was getting in the way. You know, but anyways, this match, you know, pretty personal. Again, No Quarter Catch crew, and you know, Tavian's been feeling some type of way. Where ever since the crew split, everyone has, you know, found something to do, found a calling, you know, something to that effect. Where Charlie Dempsey, he's with Birthright, you know. Ren Sinclair, she's the women's speed champion, and then Miles Bourne, actually North American champion. But then you look at Tavian Heights, he doesn't have anything, and as much as he you know, he'll say that he doesn't have a problem with Miles Bourne, he low-key does, because you know he hasn't found his footing, and he wants to. He also wants to prove to himself that he can make it on his own. And don't get me wrong, Miles Bourne has been a great North American champion, but I honestly wouldn't mind seeing Tavian Heights win this. But honestly, this match, in my opinion, needs to be honestly, this should be a master class of mat wrestling. I'm talking about some serious amateur shit, just because, you know, Tavian Heights, you know, that's his bread and butter. that's his background. He did his Thug Thistle in, I think, college, high school with it, and I'm pretty sure that that what's his face, that Miles Bourne, I wouldn't say he has it down packed, but he's got it good enough to where he'll be able to keep up with Tavion Heights. So, if not a purely matte game of a match, there at least has to be a brawl of sorts, you know? Moving on, we have Shiloh Hill versus Tristan Angels. Now, this match, in my opinion, this match actually makes me laugh because I got no, I don't mind Tristan Angels. He's pretty dope. Where oh, you're back?
Yep.
All right, now I was going down the card for NXT. Now, who you got in Ren Sinclair versus Ariana Grace?
Right.
Who you got?
Oh, I got in the
the women's speed title match, Ren Sinclair versus Ariana Grace.
I think I go for my girl Ariana Grace.
You think she gonna bring it home for Birthright?
Yep, we'll see if she does it. I'll go with her. We'll see.
Now for Miles Bourne versus Tavion Heights, who you got for that?
Miles, I want to say I love them both. I want to say Miles Thorne.
Now we're up to speed with Shiloh Hill versus Tristan Angels. I was just saying, how I ain't got no problem with Tristan Angels. Shiloh Hill, I'd still stand on it. He's a bit of a dork. He's a bit of a lamer.
Yeah.
And I still stand by this statement where he's a ripoff of Crowbar.
Gotcha.
You remember Crowbar from WCW?
Got that not.
Yeah, I feel he's a big ripoff of Crowbar.
I got you.
And this whole feud is over that fucking Mr. NXT thing. The fucking pageant. Now, as far as who's gonna win, I really don't care much who's gonna win. This feud, in my opinion, doesn't really hold as much weight compared to the other compared to the other feuds on the card.
Gotcha.
But who you got?
Between
Tristan Angels and Shiloh Hill.
their boy Shiloh. I say Shiloh Hill.
Alright. Moving on. We have Zarya versus Tatum Paxton for the women's North American title.
Should be a good match, but I mean, I think Zarya probably gonna retain because she just got it back. She just won it.
I agree, and part of me thinks that that Tatum might be getting called up. That's a big might.
Right.
But above all, I definitely also have Zarya retaining because she's finally out of Soul with the Shadow. She's finally won a title like she should have won a long time ago. But better late than never. Now, moving on, we have the main event. No, excuse me. We have Lola Vice versus Kendall Gray for the women's, for the NXT Women's title. I think similar to Ren Sinclair. I mean, not Ren Sinclair. Tavion Hypes and Miles Bourne. This match is going to be a masterclass of amateur wrestling. You know, they're both going to bring it. But for me, I got Lola Vice retaining. Now, for me, the biggest reason why I have Lola retaining is because the way Kendall Gray has been acting. She basically counted her chickens before they hatch. Where she is so certain that she is gonna beat Lola, that I wouldn't say she's overlooking her as a champion, but she just feels that, you know, she just feels so confident that it's almost going towards arrogance that she's gonna beat Lola. That I think it's that arrogance that is gonna cost her in the end. Then next thing you know, she's gonna get hit with the spinning back fist and gonna be looking at the lights. Then next thing you know, both Ren Sinclair and Kendall Gray won't have a title. And you know, and this is just me, but I honestly wouldn't have minded if this match was a submission match, just because they're both technically sound, they both have great submission prowess, so why not? Moving on, and it's for real, we have the main event. Tony D'Angelo defending the NXT title against Naraku. Now, for those of y'all who have been living under a rock, Naraku wrestled in New Japan Pro Wrestling as Evil, where as Evil, he was a part of LIJ, or Los Ingobernables, you know what I'm saying, or the Ungovernables of Japan. And then eventually he became a member of the Bullet Club, and he turned on LIJ. But that's just bringing it up to speed for all y'all. But anyways, on to the match itself. Honestly, this feud has been the perfect balance of slight comedy, but mainly serious. And I feel that way just because, you know, Naraku, he's been constantly playing games with Tony D'Angelo, where D'Angelo has stayed being serious the whole time. And especially when it came to signing the contract, for the past few weeks or so, Naraku's been dicking around. Let's call it a spade. He's been dicking around. But in my opinion, he was purposely testing Tony's patience, to which, Tony really didn't have any. And this past NXT, him testing Tony's patience really came to a head where he handed Tony the contract and gave him let him know that he did sign it. But where he fucked up was that he opened it up to try and check, only to get hit with a fireball. And sure, at the end of the night, he did still come back, despite his eye being taped up and shit. But I still think that Naraku has the advantage because of this. And because of that, I honestly think that Naraku will take full advantage of Tony's eye injury if they keep it up. And if he still does, then there's no doubt Naraku is going to capitalize on this, work on this, and win the title. And Tony's had a pretty good run as NXT champion. Even especially after all he's been through with the family and whatnot. But, in my opinion, as far as the psychological warfare, the mind games, Naraku's had him beat at every turn. Where Tony is no longer for all that pomp and circumstance and the mind games or anything like that, or trying to run his mouth. He's now just straight up, no bullshit, let's fight.
Definitely.
Oh, you're back again?
Yep.
Now, who's gonna win between Lola Vice and Kendall Gray? At least in your opinion. Yo, dogs. Okay, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, Tony D'Angelo, he ain't for all that pomp and circumstance no more. He's I wouldn't say matured, but he's just doing things. Well, I mean, he's always done things his way, but now he's now all business, all serious, and who knows? Maybe if the eye injury doesn't bug him too much, he will get the job done. But I definitely expect this to be a very heavy matchup. They're both. Honestly, I think the match can be very stiff too, just because Naraku, he cut his teeth in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they have some of the stiffest wrestlers there. Stiff but safe, might I add. And knowing Tony D'Angelo, he ain't no punk. and that man's tough as all hell. So he's gonna be able to take anything that Naraki throws at him, and he'll be able to dish it out just as hard. It's just as powerful. But again, I still think that Naraku's got the advantage, and he is gonna once again fully capitalize on said advantage and win the title. And we will have a new NXT champion. Now, I'll be honest, mainly because of what happened on NXT, I'd say there's maybe a 5 to 10% chance that the Vanity Project and Mason Rook will interfere. The only reason why I feel that way is because of at the end of NXT, they all pulled up because Robert Stone appeared to look for somebody to replace Tony D'Angelo for the NXT title match because of the fireball incident. To which then Mason Rook came out at first, wanting to run it back with Naraku, and I don't see why he wouldn't. Mainly because, in my opinion, the only reason why he lost was because of that dude Cam interfering. But at the same time, I'm not trying to discredit Naraku in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. And then the Vanity Project, because Jackson Drake, he's been trying for the longest to campaign himself, in the getting singles titles, getting singles title opportunities. And honestly, with that being said, I find it funny that for the NXT Great American Bash that, the NXT tag titles aren't on the line. Now, sure, there haven't been much emphasis on the tag titles, but that's what will make them defending them on the pay-per-view all the more. It would make all the more sense. But regardless, this will definitely be 2 sets of premium live events that honestly I expect to go over well. Of course, with NXT doing better. But with that being said, that's going to do it for this episode. I definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your video schedule to come and chill with your boys. I definitely want to thank the Humble Man, as always, for coming through, kicking his wrestling knowledge.
You already know, my man, Cos Painting. You already know, we'll be coming right back here with you with the results of both pay-per-views, both PLEs.
Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And as always, with Struggle Vision Productions, I am the Hitman, cause this is the Humble Man. And if you see us coming, run.